Hello everybody and welcome back to another PlayStation Vita review by me, Don Angelito. And I'm doing a review on Borderlands 2. I finally was able to get my hands on this game. I've been wanting to get Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation Vita for a while, and I'm happy to finally own it. Now, before let's get started, there's a few things I want to get you guys' attention. Borderlands 2 was originally out already for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and I guess 2K wanted to bring it out for the players who has the PlayStation Vita. And personally, in my honest opinion, I think that was actually a great idea. But there is some flaws that I have been noticing a lot when I've been playing the game, such as the frame rate lag, sometimes little buggy lags here and there. But I mean, what can you do about it? I mean, it's the PlayStation Vita, and it can't really handle all that big stuff that you can do. So, the best thing about what I also noticed about the PlayStation Vita that they also have given you all the DLC within the game. There also has given you this DLC, the Collector's Edition pack, which actually was a pretty cool thing. They actually give you the Collector's Edition of the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2, and including all these DLC right here. And it took me a while to download everything for Borderlands 2. It took me probably about 2 hours because it was a big, massive download. It took me about literally just cleared out all of my 8 gigabytes clearly to have. So here we are. This is Borderlands 2, and I'm just gonna give you into a quick gameplay. I am using the triggers buttons for the PlayStation Vita, and the reason why is because it uses the back, real touchpad, and for me it's very uncomfortable when I use it. And since I'm usually holding the PlayStation Vita, and I'm usually holding it by the real touchpad so that way I can play games. And since it really feels uncomfortable for me, so I decided maybe I need to put on the trigger buttons and see what's the difference. And little did I know it was actually a little bit different. Normally when I play games on the PlayStation Vita, I would use this blue case that I have, which I really like this case a lot more because it protects it, and I usually go around to places. But when I want to go out to places, I have to carry a small minor backpack just so I have the trigger for this. Other than that, I've been just using the triggers for Borderlands 2. So as you can see, sometimes when you start up the game actually has a little rendering problem, and it kind of sucks that you can expect the game to actually render completely when you start up. So as you can see, it actually gives you the full inventory of the actual game and the whole entire map, which is pretty cool. And if I can figure this out, I'm still haven't been able to get used to the real touchpad to navigate through stuff. But from what I have been playing, I've been playing from the very beginning of the game, and I've been transferring my data back and forth from the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita, is that I can definitely continue on the PlayStation 3 and continue on back to the PlayStation Vita. And it's pretty cool. Despite sometimes when you get into battle, you will notice a lot of frame rate drop and a lot of lag. And then when you're having people jumping into your game, sometimes it can slow down the game and drop the frame rate even lower. So they have including everything that was in the original game for the PlayStation 3, and which is cool because I have more content to play, and I never really had the opportunity to finish Borderlands, and I really wanted to play Borderlands and get into it myself personally, because that would have been cool, because I like to play new games, I like to try out something new. And since the PlayStation Vita didn't really have that many good games, there's some been coming out, there've been indie games, and I kind of got sick and tired of waiting for indies. I'm like, I wish Sony would just, will have a better representation for the PlayStation Vita and better advertisement. Come on, Sony, you wanted to release a new generation for a handheld for the PlayStation, and you made the PlayStation Vita, but yet you don't want to make a good presentation for a better advertisement, and then you started advertising about the whole PlayStation 4 thing. If you really wanted to focus on bringing more people to start buying your PlayStation Vita, maybe you should have got done way better of a advertising it. But above all, from everything from what I have seen so far, I have seen a couple of people jump into my game and help me for a couple of missions, and that's been pretty cool. But I have been noticing a lot of people during the comments area when I've been searching up about the reviews for Borderlands 2. People say that there isn't that many people playing this game, and actually I had a couple of people actually join my game session. Matter of fact, I already have over 15 people joining me on Borderlands. And if you're having problems for people to find games, I suggest you press the start option, and then you go to your network option by selecting the select button, and put it to it will bring up this network options, and it will even ask you whether you want to have friends only, online invite only, or online public. So when I play Borderlands, I just leave it online public. So I don't care who joins in. If people wants to join me, that's fine. Because the more people that joins you, even though it's just a 2-player co-op online, then from its predecessor that is 4 players on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, even though you can just play with an extra buddy, that's okay. Above all, Borderlands 2 is a pretty cool, recent, decent game, and I've been enjoying it since I started playing it. And the fact that they gave you all of the content that was originally on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and the collector's edition as an added bonus. The price tag for $40, well, for me, was actually a good deal. And since I got my Borderlands copy for the PlayStation 3 for free, but they were giving it away for the PlayStation Plus, I was like, okay, I'll download Borderlands 2 and try it out. But since I didn't know exactly what I was doing, I didn't play it much. So then I got back into it and said, you know what, I'm going to try Borderlands 2 again because I didn't want it to, say this game sucks. But in reality, it doesn't really suck. It's actually a really good game. So I got into it. I got deeper into the story, and the game is getting more interesting now. You can pretty much say I'm getting closer of killing Handsome Jack. He is a pretty much of a freaking asshole. And I did cut a couple of good Easter eggs, including the Minecraft Easter egg. And I thought that was actually a cool little bonus for that had the Easter egg there for the Minecraft. So that's kind of pretty cool. They added some great stuff from other games. That's cool. And I like that. When I see developers adding Easter eggs about other games, it's kind of I find it awesome. There are been some parts of the actual game that you will find difficult to beat, that you're gonna need a friend. There was this one part of the game that you had to defeat a bird, and he was a level 21. I was unfortunately a low level, so I had to go back, cancel the mission out, because I have died constantly and I couldn't beat it. And I needed to be in upper level in order for me to beat it. So what I did was I went to certain parts. I kind of did some exploring. I managed to rank up all the way up to 20, and then some rank 20 player joining as well. And he also helped me out and defeated that one part of the mission that I needed to get past because it was getting annoying. I was getting frustrated. This thing is really annoying, and I'm really beginning to hate it more and more. You son of a bitch. There we go. But above all, what I gotta say about Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation Vita, I've been enjoying it. For people that hasn't been saying the game is not good on the PlayStation Vita, I'm just gonna let you know right now, you're missing out on one of the best games that was on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And having it on the PlayStation Vita and having it on the go is the best thing you can have. Remember, we have been complaining about a lack of AAA titles. You want a AAA title? Well, guess what? We have a AAA title, and that's Borderlands 2. I'm actually happy that I bought Borderlands for the PlayStation Vita, and it's been keeping me busy since I gotten it. It's been keeping me engaged. It's been keeping me interested in the story mode, and since you got all the DLCs, it has a lot of extra content, and there's so much more you can do for the game that you could have done in any other AAA titles. Consideration to the fact that the game also has, let's say, some very interesting weapons. Like this weapon this pistol that I have. A matter of fact, my friend of mine gave me this pistol. This pistol has unlimited ammo. I find it cool because I can continue shooting and don't have to worry about anything. As you can see right here, I have this random person here that I guess I joined their session to help them out on their mission. I'm level 21. And I'm gonna help him out to see what I need to do. So we have to. I'm guessing we have to find the version for Handsome Jack. And since I usually like to continue the story mode, but sometimes I also enjoy the side missions, so I can do stuff as well. I enjoyed that as well. So as you can see, I don't have to worry about reloading. I don't have to worry about stuff. I can just continue constantly shoot. And as you can see, sometimes it takes a little while for the enemies to render as well. And if you go back to the sanctuary to do some more missions or side missions, it will take a while for you to for the characters to render. But I do have, I may have a solution for that. I may have found just have the game play in single player. Don't have the lobby open, just play it up as if you're playing offline, and it should be able to render quicker than it usually would. Now, it does have everything including from your inventory, from all of the missions, as you can see right here, the list of missions there is in the game, and then you also have the map, and everything that's on the original console is also on here, and all of the if my triggers will actually let's listen to me, and how all of your skills will be here. I've been trying to level up the fearless, which is one of the most important thing I've been noticing and I really need, which is the capacity to protect me from dying so much. And after I started updating the shield, it's been helping me a lot to survive longer in the game. And here is Handsome Jack. Well, not the real Handsome Jack, but Jack's body double. Give me a minute while I'm so concentrated killing this bastard. Personally, I really want to kill this bastard myself. Because I really hate Handsome Jack. But as you guys know, they already have announced another Borderlands, which is called the pre-sequel. And you guys realize that will not be coming for the PlayStation Vita, unfortunately. But it will be coming for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. But I do want to see more AAA titles coming to the PlayStation Vita. And people, please be patient. The Vita has its own unique way of handling certain powers for certain games. As we are seeing here, as you can see, very bad texture quality because of the game is rendering so many things all at the same time. You need to be patient because it's a AAA title and there's so many things you can do, but of course the game will have certain bugs and minor glitches and everything can't be perfect. And I am hoping that 2K is doing a patch to improve the stability for the game itself for Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation Vita, to make the game a little bit more enjoyable. I'm not saying the game is horrible, but I'm actually been enjoying the majority of the time. The game is great and the game is fun, and I've been enjoying in every single minute of the game since I got in it, and it's so much fun. There have been some times where the audio blog, when the conversation, when you hear either from your teammates or from your friendlies, from the enemies, I'm sorry. Sometimes when they have, the audio won't go through, and all you see is their picture, and as if they're going to talk, but you don't hear the audio, sometimes the audio will skip. But regardless of all of that, the game is still great. even though the control schemes is a little bit odd because you wish you can I wish I can just disable the back touchscreen, because I really hate the touch back screen features, and usually I can just switch, like it was like I could have done with Call of Duty. Like I can just tap on the screen, I can just run and just do everything that I could have done with just by using the screen features on the front. I'm not the type of person who uses the back screen touch much. I really don't like the back screen. I just like using the majority of the front because I like to feel comfortable when I play a game. Especially a big of a title of Borderlands like this. And I just want to feel comfortable when I play the game, and I want to enjoy every minute of it and every single aspect of the game. I was reviving him, and he died. And above everything from what I've been seeing, Borderlands 2 is a great game. And I wish people can just stop your complaining about saying there's a lack of AAA titles when there has been so many good games for the PlayStation Vita. Don't forget about Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is a AAA title if it isn't an exclusive game from Sony, which is Uncharted. They even made a AAA title for Killzone for the PlayStation Vita, and that was the bestseller. I still have Killzone Mercenary, and that's been one of the best FPS games that I've ever played on the PlayStation Vita. Borderlands 2 is my second best game that I would recommend of getting for the PlayStation Vita. But there's one game I do not recommend for people to get for the PlayStation Vita, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Horrible game. That was such a horrible game. The game was completely poorly made, and Activision clearly didn't care much. Even though we was kind of hoping that we was going to get zombies for that game, but that's all for another day. So I have the download version of the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2. I did not pick this game up on GameStop because, you know what, fuck GameStop and everything what they stand for. But above everything so far, I've been enjoying Borderlands 2, and I will rate this game 8.5 out of 10. The game is great, but I just wish sometimes the animation and the texture qualities were a little bit more improved, and as well for the audio when your friendlies and the enemies when they're talking to you and whether it's insulting you or giving you compliments, sometimes the audio won't bug out. But above all, I do recommend get this game for the PlayStation Vita, and it will keep you busy. It's been keeping me busy since I got in the game. I had to restart. I had to do a separate file for the PlayStation Vita because I transferred over the file that I have for the PlayStation 3 version, which is this one what I'm using, as you can see that I'm 0, and this is the PlayStation 3 file that I'm actually been playing on, that I'm using, and I just transferred over to the Vita so I can continue playing it, continue the story that I left off. But I needed to do a separate file for the Vita itself because I wanted to get through the tutorial how to play with the Vita version of the control scheme. Now that I gotten used to it, you can just get pretty used to it after a while. Once you start playing the tutorial from the beginning, you will feel a lot more comfortable. But I do recommend get the triggers, like what I have here for my Vita. Just get the triggers, and it will feel a lot more comfortable. It feels like you're using an actual control. Because sometimes when I play on my PlayStation 4 and I play remote play, matter of fact, I actually use my triggers and I use the PlayStation Vita at times, and I play it with my Vita, and because I have massive back pains and I have to deal with a lot of issues that I've been dealing with. But I've been enjoying the game so much, and it's fun. So like I said, I rate this game 8.5 out of 10. This game is great, but people, please be patient with the AAA titles. It takes a while for Sony to bring out the AAA titles and for the developers to work on it. Me personally, I'm actually happy that Borderlands actually was released for the PlayStation Vita. And you should be too, because at least we're getting something different. And there is games coming for the PlayStation Vita users that we all get to have fun and enjoy. I always like to say this to certain people: please don't judge a book by its cover. Because even though there are some issues with games, there will always be issues with every single game. And that's how it all works. We gotta be patient. Like I said, The game is great. I've been enjoying it. I have no problems with it. Just a minor fact of sometimes it bugs out from time to time. And if you do also do a lot of exploring, you can also level up pretty quickly. And just have fun. Just have fun. Just enjoy the game as much as you can. Just enjoy, do what you like to do. And do what I have said. Like, just if you have been having issues finding a game, you are able to find games. I can guarantee you. Just make sure you have the game into public, and you will just have fun. This is me from Don Angelito, and this is my review of Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation Vita. Signing off. I hope to see you guys on my next review that I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of doing my next video, which is a GameStop rant, because there's so many things that GameStop has been doing lately, and I'm not been approving of their marketing, what they're trying to do, and I also canceled my membership from GameStop because I just couldn't deal with the stupidity in there, and the way how the trading system works, and how supposedly when you pay a game that's $60, you get like $8 for a game, even though you brought it back a week back after you purchase it. There was a time that I bought a game called Call of Duty Declassified, and I brought it back that week. Actually, matter of fact, I brought it back 2 days prior that I purchased it. And the guy at GameStop told me, "Hey, didn't you bought this game like 2 days ago?" I told him yes, and I told him, "Listen, the reason why I'm returning the game back, I didn't enjoy it. It was really poorly made." And the guy was kind of shocked because consider the fact it was a Call of Duty title, and people would think, "Oh, this is Call of Duty." And I told him he completely understand. He gave me a full refund. He gave me back the full $50 that I paid to GameStop to get Call of Duty for the PlayStation Vita. And I was actually quite surprised. So I was actually quite shocked. But like I said, that's for another day. This is my video about Borderlands, and this is what I have to think about Borderlands. The game is great. Pick it up when you get an opportunity, and just please ignore the minor issues that the game has, because not every game is going to be perfect. That's what they say about Battlefield 4, but that's for another day. So I'll see you guys on my next video, and I hope you enjoy this review of Borderlands 2. This is me from Don Angelito, signing off.